This was taught through watching parents, watching programs on TV, how they teach people. This was taught, man. So I remember I said to you from beginning, I said this for years. I said everything you learn is backwards. You got to throw it all out. You got to go back into your head and say, man, all the stuff I learned, I really have to throw it out. You really have to, because they taught you backwards. It was designed, I guess, to confuse you, to make you, I don't know, maybe more susceptible, maybe more programmable, maybe, you know, something about the human mind and the brain is this, and that's why I said there's clever people out there, and they know this stuff. The thing about the human brain is, the human brain, there's only one thing that will excite the brain, and the brain will fight to. This is what the brain will do to. This is what the brain will do to manifest anything, and if the brain feels threatened, for like the brain feels it's going to die, that's when the brain will react, and that's how people were conditioned with what I call the lack mindset, because they didn't teach you that abundance was your birthright or is your birthright. They didn't tell you that. See, you were taught that lack and scarcity is the truth, is your world. And that does something to your brain, that it can control you. See, when the brain feels like it doesn't know where it's going to get its next meal, its next shelter, you become a slave, you become dependent now. You become a bot, an NPC. Like your job, you depend on that paycheck. The man has control over your paycheck. You miss a couple hours, you lose money. Now you know I'm going to get that. That one boss holds a check like this. Your brain becomes, he's now your master. It's bigger than that. I'm just showing you something here. So we have been systematically programmed into being dependent upon a system. So now your brain developed that fight or flight or that desperation thing. And that's why people, they become victims and they're easily controlled. And that's why they lash out so much, because they feel threatened and the brain almost react. As I said, that's what program. And one of the biggest thing they use to do that is the illusion of scarcity and lack. They paint a picture of you to show you that there's lack in the world. There's not enough food, there's not enough that. All that is an illusion. First thing you have to recognize about genetics and nature is everything is self-replicable. Your cells are in a constant state of replication. Nature, plants, they're constantly being replenished. It's not the fact that there's abundance is the issue, it's the control of abundance, which leads to scarcity. People control a lot of the food and the wealth in this matrix, and they will distribute it accordingly, which will give you the illusion that there's scarcity. But the big picture is there is no lack. And the next big picture is you are entitled to enjoy the fruits of your life. You're entitled. You're supposed to have the wealth. You're supposed to have the nice home. You're supposed to be at peace. You're supposed to have health. All these are your natural, what you would call God-given gifts you should have. That's your birthright. And if you want to break free, you have to understand that lack and scarcity was something that was invented by men. It has lack and scarcity does not exist in the universe. Did you know that? Lack and scarcity doesn't exist in nature, man. Go outside. Look at the grass. Go cut the grass. I guarantee you 2 days later it shoots right back up. If you cut it, it even grows faster. There is no scarcity in the universe. As a matter of fact, the universe is infinite. You look at your body, your cells, right now, skin cells. You lost about 7 million skin cells, and they're fresh new skin cells every day replaced in you. Fingernails grow every day. Every day your body's in a constant state of replication. How can there be scarcity, man? How can there be lack? You want to talk about money? Let's talk about money, because that's the big one. There's never enough money. There's more. Every day, they print money like it's going out of fashion. Now they even go one up on you to show you how deep this gets and show you there's really no lack. Now we're into the age of digital currency. This means they can literally, now we're talking about numbers now. So we're in a digital world. You know what's in the digital world? You know what numbers are? Infinite. They can literally take numbers out of thin air and apply value to it. Everything is online right now. The banks can make up $2 billion and transfer it to you. No cash, electronic fund. It still counts the same as cash. For example, I was talking about with the trade-in. Look at that. Someone makes 300,000 just like that. Digital currency. Its value as cash. You see, the point is, we make stuff up, man. And abundance is a natural thing. The scarcity and lack is something that we are inventing. So if you get that, look, if you get what I'm saying, and I start to get into your head to see that, all right, so the reason I'm in lack or scarcity is because I bought into it. That's the only reason you're in lack or scarcity, because you bought into that stuff. Your parents bought into it. My parents bought into it. When you were born, you bought into it. That's basically why most of you aren't where you want to be, because you're subconsciously bought into this lack and you don't believe in yourself. And then to make that further, religion even puts you down on that, because now religion even stuffs it down to your face, because religion tells you now you're not good enough. You're not worthy enough. You are a sinner. You're not deserving to get that stuff. You have to be humble. Humble is good, but you have to be humble and love being poor, because the poor will go to da da da, the da da da. You're not money's root. So you have like a double-edged thing that's all along. The truth is, you came here to experience everything, wealth and abundance, because the earth is abundance, man. Fruits grow back, plants grow back. If that was the case, if you came here, that means that once the grass grows and you cut it, it's done.